Danny. Welcome to another Nightmare on Elm Street remake update. Oh yeah, new update. So in case you guys didn't know, it was just my birthday and I turned 24 years old. Oh yeah. So anyways, back to Nightmare on Elm Street remake update. Alright, so there's a lot of rumors going around that Eric Heiser is writing the sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Now, he and Wesley Strick were the two writers on the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, and he was Eric Heiser was the guy who came up with the micronaps idea. So the rumor going around right now is that he is writing the sequel to a Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Now, of course, none of this has been confirmed, but it is rumored that he is writing it. So I just thought I should know that. And also, Alexis Bledel is rumored to play Mackenzie Logan in a Nightmare on Elm Street remake sequel. Now, of course, none of this has been confirmed either. It's just a rumor, but it's a very interesting rumor. Now, I would like to make this video to discuss what my ideas for Nightmare on Elm Street remake sequel would be. And because if you guys didn't know, even before they made a Nightmare on Elm Street remake, I discussed my ideas for the remake. And one of the ideas was to make the remake extremely dark and to go back to the hardcore roots of the original Freddy Krueger. And I don't know if Dunes actually watched that video before they made the remake, but they captured my idea of what the remake should be. So I thought it would be important for me not to only just do an update and tell you guys what's going on, but also discuss what my idea for Nightmare on Elm Street remake sequel would be. Now, okay, well, first of all, I want to tell this to Dunes right now. Okay, if you guys are going to make the sequel, get Rooney Mara back. She is the star. She is Nancy for the remake. You know what I'm saying? Get her back. You need her. She is essential to the movie. Now, what I would like to see is Nancy actually in 3 movies, because if you remember the original series, Nancy wasn't in 3 movies because you can't really count A New Nightmare because that's a movie within a movie. So if you're going to make a sequel, don't remake the original sequel, you know, because that was just an interesting film, but it really had nothing to do with the series. I mean, I love Nightmare on Elm Street 2, but go in a different direction. But what I would like to see is, at the end of a Nightmare on Elm Street remake, spoiler alert in case you haven't watched the movie, Nancy's mom is murdered by Freddy Krueger. Now, the idea is what would happen to Nancy after this has, happened. Like, her mindset is going to be like, she's going to be like really messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because she just saw her mom die right in front of her. I mean, that would mess up anybody, right? So, I mean, the logical idea of where the beginning of Nightmare on Elm Street Remake 2 would take place would be in a mental institution. Now, I'm not saying don't remake. I'm not saying remake Dream Warriors, because remaking Dream Warriors would be a bad idea, because there's a lot of stuff that wouldn't work in a remake of Dream Warriors. You can't use the wizard thing because that wouldn't be dark enough, for example. But I'm saying that maybe the same setting as Dream Warriors, having her in a mental institution would be good. But this time, let's not make it corny and cuckoo. Let's not go with the whole wizard thing. Let's make this extremely dark like the first remake. Let's not crack too many jokes. I don't want jokey Freddy to come back. I want Freddy to be serious like he was in the original Nightmare on Elm Street remake and the original Freddy movie. You know, that's dark Freddy. And we got a whole new Freddy here by Jackie Earle Haley. So let's keep that essence here. And you gotta have Jackie Earle Haley as the Freddy Krueger in the sequel, because otherwise it won't work. You gotta have him in it. So I'm saying, Now, in case you guys didn't know, Jackie Earle Haley is signed to do, was signed to do 3 movies even before he did Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. So, of course, there will be a sequel. So, let's start off. This is my idea. Let's start off in a mental institution. Nancy is in a mental institution. She is so messed up from seeing her mother die that she is really messed up. Like, she's seeing flashbacks and whatnot. They could reveal more of Freddy Krueger's history. I think that should be more explored in the sequel. And I would like to see Nancy, like being haunted by her dead mother in a mental institution, Freddy Krueger taunting her. That wasn't done in Dream Warriors, and I don't get why it wasn't done in Dream Warriors, because the idea of Freddy taunting people about who he killed is a logical, progression. So let's have that in the sequel. Let's see her dead mother walking around, I think that would be awesome. See that. And let's not make the whole movie in a mental institution. Let's start out in a mental institution and let's have her escape from the mental institution. You know what I mean? Like, let's go somewhere in a completely different direction. Because people going into the movie theater are going to be expecting a Dream Warriors remake, and that's lame. Because everybody knows what happens in Dream Warriors, right? So let's do it in a whole different idea. Let's start out in the mental institution. Let's let her leave the mental institution, and let all the kills be original. Because we don't need any remake kills of the series. I mean, paying homage to the original was awesome, but let's not pay homage to the sequels. Let's make the sequels have awesome, all original kills. And that's what I would like to see in Nightmare on Elm Street remake sequel. I mean, if you want to pay homage to 1 or 2 kills, who cares, But let's keep them all original. That's what I said. Let's see what happens to Nancy now that she has been so messed up by Freddy Krueger killing her mother right in front of her, killing her friends. Her mind's gonna be messed up in the sequel, and that's one of the things I didn't like about Dream Warriors, because they didn't show that Nancy was messed up. It was just like, oh yeah, that happened. Who cares? Because they skipped it. What they did was they went to Nightmare on Elm Street 1, then they made it a Nightmare on Elm Street 2. That has nothing to do with Nightmare on Elm Street 1. It's just some guy reading a diary getting possessed. I mean, it was a cool movie, but it had nothing to do with it wasn't a real sequel. And then all of a sudden, Nancy shows up in 3, and it's like nothing really happened. She's not being haunted by her dead mother or anything. I say, let's go directly from what happened in the first remake. Let's go into the mental institution. Let's see what happens. Let's see her get haunted by her dead mother. And that will make an awesome sequel. And this is what I'm telling Junes right now. Do that. Because it would be awesome. But go in a different direction. Don't remake Dream Warriors. Don't have the puppet scene. Don't have the wizard thing. Don't have the TV thingy. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it all original. Total original sequel. And Quentin never died in Nightmare on Elm Street remake. So the logical explanation would be that he comes back in the sequel, right? Oh, Nancy's talking to Quentin on the phone. Oh, Quentin's coming out. He's going to help her escape from the mental institution. Logical step in the sequel, don't you think? Yeah, that's what I think. So anyways, comment down below on what you think should happen in a Nightmare on Elm Street remake sequel. And tell me your ideas. Because I like to hear your guys' ideas. And if I hear anything more about the sequel, I'm going to totally make another video. So have an awesome night, everybody.